The Americas, a vast land of towering mountains, endless plains, and fertile valleys. Long before Europeans, diverse Native American civilizations thrived here. They built complex societies, rich in culture and tradition. From the Pueblo people of the Southwest to the Haudenosaunee Confederacy in the Northeast, these first Americans crafted unique ways of life. Knowledge was passed down through stories and ceremonies. These traditions held communities together. They honored the natural world and the delicate balance within it. Respect for elders and ancestors was paramount. Their wisdom guided the present and shaped the future. The story of Native Americans is one of deep roots, stretching back thousands of years. These were skilled farmers, architects, astronomers, and artists. They cultivated crops like corn, beans, and squash, staples that would later become essential to the world's diet. Their pottery, weaving, and beadwork showcased their creativity and craftsmanship. Each tribe developed unique artistic expressions, reflecting their environment and beliefs. Their understanding of the natural world was profound. They knew the rhythms of the seasons, the language of the animals, and the properties of plants. This knowledge was not just practical, it was spiritual. They believed in a reciprocal relationship with nature, a belief system that fostered respect and sustainability. The arrival of Europeans in the late 15th century marked a turning point in the history of Native Americans. What began as tentative exploration soon turned into a relentless pursuit of land and resources. Europeans, driven by a belief in their own superiority, claimed ownership of the land, disregarding the established presence of Native Americans. This period saw the introduction of new diseases, decimating Native American populations who had no immunity to these foreign illnesses. Smallpox, measles, and influenza ripped through communities, leaving devastation in their wake. The effects of this biological warfare were catastrophic, weakening tribes and disrupting their social structures. The insatiable hunger for land fueled conflict. European powers, vying for control of the New World, pitted tribes against each other, exploiting existing rivalries to further their own agendas. Treaties were made and broken, often with devastating consequences for Native Americans. The introduction of firearms tipped the balance of power, making traditional ways of life and resistance increasingly difficult. Despite the immense challenges they faced, Native Americans were not passive victims. They resisted European encroachment in numerous ways, from armed conflict to strategic alliances. Leaders emerged, uniting tribes in the face of adversity. Their courage and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds are a testament to the enduring spirit of Native American people. The story of Native American resistance is filled with stories of bravery and strategic brilliance. Leaders like Tecumseh, a Shawnee chief, understood that unity among tribes was crucial for survival. He traveled extensively, seeking to build a powerful confederacy to resist westward expansion of European settlers. The War of 1812 presented a critical opportunity for Native Americans. Tecumseh allied with British forces, hoping to repel the encroaching Americans. Though ultimately unsuccessful, the war demonstrated the strategic thinking and military prowess of Native American leaders. Throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, Native Americans formed alliances with various European powers. These alliances were often born of necessity, a way to navigate the treacherous landscape of colonial politics. Tribes found themselves caught in the crossfire of European conflicts, forced to choose sides in wars that were not their own. Despite their efforts, the relentless pressure of westward expansion continued. The discovery of gold in California in 1848 sparked a new wave of migration, further encroaching on Native American lands. The United States government, driven by the ideology of manifest destiny, enacted policies designed to displace and assimilate Native Americans, a dark chapter in American history. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the forced removal of thousands of Native Americans. The Cherokee, Creek, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations were driven west to lands beyond the Mississippi River. Thousands perished from disease, starvation, and exposure. Despite the hardships, Native Americans demonstrated remarkable resilience. The Trail of Tears is a testament to their strength and endurance. Section 5. Cries for Freedom on the Plains, the Battle of Little Bighorn. The westward expansion of the United States led to conflict with Native American tribes on the Great Plains. The discovery of gold in the Black Hills, sacred to the Lakota Sioux, ignited tensions. The US government sought to seize control of the land, pushing the Lakota to fight for survival. On June 25, 1876, the Battle of Little Bighorn became a pivotal moment. Custer underestimated the strength of the Lakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors. Led by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse, the Native American forces achieved a decisive victory. The Battle of Little Bighorn, or Custer's Last Stand, sent shockwaves through the nation. It was a stunning defeat for the US Army and a testament to Native American military prowess. However, the victory was short-lived. The US government retaliated with increased military force, pursuing the Lakota relentlessly. Within a few years, most of the Lakota were confined to reservations, their way of life forever altered. The Battle of Little Bighorn reminds us of the high price of resistance and the ongoing struggle for Native American sovereignty. To truly understand the history of Native Americans, one must understand the profound significance of the buffalo. This magnificent creature was far more than just a source of food. It was central to their very way of life. The Lakota, along with many other Plains tribes, relied on the buffalo for food, clothing, shelter, tools, and even fuel. The hide provided warm clothing and sturdy tipis, perfect for their nomadic lifestyle. Bones were crafted into tools and weapons. Sinews became bowstrings, and horns were used for spoons and cups. Even the dung served a purpose, providing fuel for fires in the treeless plains. The buffalo was also deeply intertwined with Native American spirituality. It represented abundance, strength, and connection to the natural world. Rituals and ceremonies honored the spirit of the buffalo, acknowledging its importance in their lives. The near extinction of the buffalo in the late 19th century, a result of overhunting by European settlers and government policies, had a devastating impact on Native American cultures. It disrupted their way of life, forcing them to become dependent on government rations and undermining their self-sufficiency. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the US government implemented a policy of forced assimilation, aiming to erase Native American cultures and languages. One of the most devastating tools of this policy was the establishment of Indian boarding schools. Native American children were forcibly removed from their families and communities, sent to institutions where they were forbidden from speaking their languages, practicing their religions, or expressing their cultural identities. These schools, often run by religious organizations or the government, subjected children to harsh discipline, forced labor, and a curriculum designed to strip them of their heritage. The trauma inflicted upon generations of Native American children in these institutions continues to have a profound impact on communities today. Despite the horrors of boarding schools, Native Americans never gave up on their languages, traditions, and beliefs. They passed down stories, songs, and dances in secret, keeping their cultures alive in the face of immense pressure to assimilate. In recent decades, there has been a growing movement to reclaim and revitalize Native American languages and cultures. Tribal colleges and universities are playing a vital role in this effort, offering language immersion programs and cultural studies courses. The resilience of Native American cultures is a testament to the strength and determination of their people. Native Americans today are the inheritors of a rich and complex history. They are resilient people who have endured centuries of colonization, assimilation policies, and systemic discrimination. Despite the challenges they continue to face, they are making significant strides in revitalizing their cultures, reclaiming their sovereignty, and advocating for their rights. The appointment of Deb Haaland as the Secretary of the Interior in 2021 marked a historic moment for Native Americans. As the first Native American to hold a cabinet position, Secretary Haaland brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the role, particularly on issues related to tribal lands, water rights, and environmental justice. Native Americans are at the forefront of the fight for climate justice. They are advocating for policies to protect their ancestral lands, water resources, and sacred sites from the impacts of climate change and environmental degradation. Their traditional knowledge and practices offer valuable insights into sustainable living and environmental stewardship. The fight for recognition of treaty rights and tribal sovereignty continues to be a central focus for many Native American nations. They are asserting their right to self-governance, control over their natural resources, and the preservation of their cultures and languages. The story of Native Americans is a story of resilience, resistance, and the enduring power of culture. From their ancient roots in the Americas to their struggles for survival and recognition in the face of colonization, they have demonstrated remarkable strength and determination. As we look towards the future, it is essential to acknowledge the historical injustices faced by Native Americans and to support their ongoing efforts to heal from the wounds of the past. We must listen to their voices, learn from their experiences, and work together to create a more just and equitable future for all. Their story is not just a chapter in a history book, it is a living narrative that continues to unfold. By understanding their past, appreciating their cultures, and supporting their aspirations, we can help create a future where Native American voices are heard, their rights are respected, and their contributions to society are celebrated. Their story is our story, a reminder of the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of honoring the diversity that enriches our world.